so soon? No, I'm fucking with you. So, final year. Well, so far it's my last year technically, but I'm a senior now. And as a senior, I've grown and changed throughout high school, like I just said in the last two fucking videos. But this one is the most explosive year, surprisingly, and somehow the most loneliest. Now I know not everyone can have all the friends in the world, and not everyone can be the nicest. I mean, I don't even know what I do. I generally just vibe with people, and then they poof disappear. Man, that's everyone's problem though. So I remember how it started. It started like this. It was a crisp morning. I got new pants, or I should say shorts. They're shorts that reach like all the way down to like your ankles, and they were really cool. They're like pro club or something. Anyway, wearing them around. I got a new shirt on. It's an NWA shirt. I'm having a great time. I got some new shoes on. Got my hat on. I got like a bucket hat. I'm having a great time. And I'm riding my scooter to school like I've been doing ever since the last year. Just having a good time, riding my scooter down the same path. I did the same path every single time I went to school as soon as I got that scooter. I got it from Z. He just said he wanted to give away a scooter and I took it. I still have it. Anyway, so I went from my house right here and go straight until I hit the 7-Eleven and the Anthony's. If you live by 7-Eleven and Anthony's, down by Pilot Avenue. You know what I'm talking about. So then you wait for the cross light, and then you go right in front of the white church. That's where I used to live on Pilot Avenue over there. You go by the white church, you just go, and then you turn by the firehouse till you reach north, and then you go into the bike place. It's like a big gate. Roll through the parking lot, and you go through the gate. It's downhill. It's a pretty big hill, so it's fun. Go down that hill, go into the thing, put your scooter and bike up, bada bing, bada boom. You go to school now. I loved it because not only was it one of the fastest ways to get to school, but it was one of the best ways. Nothing is better than maybe you just after a little Benjamin real quick, the little vappies, and then you riding down your scooter. You got music in your ear. I'm bumping like West Side Connection. I'm bumping like oldie shit, some West Coast shit. Got some Kendrick Lamar in my ear, him screaming that one song, what was it? It was High Power on that Section 80 shit. So good. Nothing beats that. Especially Gangsta Nation. Now that's a classic when you're high. Gangsta Nation. No, 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 no. On God. Anyway, going to school, it's fine. Lunch is lonelier though because Aunt A and J actually did go to online school, so we didn't see them a lot. But then they came back for a little bit, just a small little bit, and we're having a good time. But throughout that, it was just me, another A L, and Z C H, the different Z. And ZCH is a little fat guy. He's pretty cool and all. He has a bit of cancer in his lungs. But his thing, though, is that he got adopted by rich parents. So we call him Will Smith because he's fucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, basically. And I remember it's always funny to him. He'll just look at us and go, "Yeah, I was thinking of going to Taco Bell afterwards. I have the money for it." I go, "Do you have to wait for it?" And AL, I love that guy. He's a crazy bastard. I'm not gonna say his name. Of course, he knows who he is, but he's a skinny dude, wears a blue hoodie, and he's not very talkative. But Jesus Christ, the jokes he'll say with you when it's just you two. Like I remember we were just chilling, vibing, and I go in line, get some lunch, and I see these two guys I know, a tall German dude and a medium built Mexican dude. I'm like, all right, so I walk up to them, dab them up, what's good. I'm not a Mexican dude, a white dude. Anyway, he comes up, AL comes up, and what's the first thing he says to the German dude? Wow, deal. I know, what the fuck? Is that your boy? Fucking moment. Anyway, long story short, though, most of the lunch was literally just sitting on a thing, just waiting for people to show up, just vibing, just chilling. And it wasn't bad because that was the first time I had theater. Now, theater, awesome. Theater was great. I had a great theater teacher. Miss Stull of North Stars, you are great, and I love your plays. Beauty and the Beast and the Alice in the Wonderland ones, fucking awesome. I love the stuff you do, and I'm always gonna miss your class. That was a good class. I was gonna do that class this year, but I had to go to East Side. So, Miss Dahl, if you're seeing this right now, thank you for being a wonderful teacher. All praises to you. You were just great. Anyway, though, in Miss Dahl's class, though, I was still kind of a bit of a loner. But I had a guy I knew there called Saul. We call him Saul, just Saul Goodman. Saul was one of the best people I ever met. Sheerly under the fact that he was the one meme of what the fuck? Like, he literally will look you dead in the eyes. His legs would go wherever they wanted to go. They could go up, down, left, right. He grab his leg, turn it like a goddamn cartoon. He look at you dead in the eyes, go, here, watch this. Stick in his ear, come out the other ear, pop it back in like a Three Stooges cartoon. Anyway, and this bastard had drip. And he went to Goodwill, and he's very skinny. He's a very skinny feller, and he's kind of small, so he has to wear women's clothes. But does he rock it? He'll wear like trench coats. He'll wear like you know that like one really good looking like long coat on you, and it has like the buttons right here, and it looks like come from a suit, real fancy. He wears suits to school. He wear bow ties and ties to school. You kidding me? This guy, I always told him, I said, man, you got a drip. He said, I know. And then he'd pull a pencil out of his case and fucking eat it because he could eat anything. Literally, pencils, pens, paper, anything that was non-toxic, he could eat. You know, you could give him a pile of poo and he'd probably eat it. I don't know. He was crazy. I loved him for that. He was a wild, wild man, but he was very smart. If you wanted to talk political and you wanted to talk about life and how things are and how they were and all that, he's a wonderful conversationalist. He's very open. You just have to get to know a man. You know, once you really get to know a man, you'll understand how good they are. He finally though he got a partner, and I was happy for him. I was like, congratulations, you know, close to Valentine's Day. And I was a person in the group, and I'm never gonna forget this day. One day, a new kid comes in. He has glasses. He's a little skinny, a little brown. And I'm like, all right, you know, another Mexican dude. What's good? You know, our school's full of Mexican dudes, black dudes, white dudes, all the dudes, and women too. So he goes in his class. He sits down. I'm right here. There's a desk right there. It's like squares, you know. I'm at this square. He's at that square. Three girls walk up. I think two girls and a guy, and they start arguing a bit. But I'm distracted by my work. I look up though. The last second though, she hits him in the face and just smacks and beats him for a couple hits, you know, because no offense to women, but if it was me though, I would one punched him. Like I would send him to Jeebus. But you know, I understand that not everyone got the strength and power and speed to do it, so I just wish she tried a little harder, but she was like smacking him hard with her fist and everything, and the teacher like grabbed her, pushed her off her, and then like kicked her out of the classroom. He was bleeding out his nose. He's a little bitch boy because apparently he couldn't take a punching or two. I mean, I get like, you know, you get hit, it's gonna hurt, but like that wasn't like the hurt hit. It was just like a type hit. You know, it's like open palm, smacking you in the head. You know, how do you bleed from? She didn't even hit him in the face. He was bleeding from the face. He ran to the bathroom, put paper in his nose. He's crying. And I'm like, oh man, that's sad. I asked him, I go, hey man, you alright? He goes, yeah, I'm fine. I wish I didn't though, because here comes Saul. We're sitting down and have a conversation. Well, man, what just happened? It's crazy. And then he comes in the big theater and he's like, sorry I had to see that, guys. That guy actually was a rapist? Huh? That was my reaction. What? What do you say after that? Literally, what am I supposed to say? I look at him dead in the eyes and go, "Oh, sorry, what?" And he goes, "Yeah." So that guy back down the line, he did some things and did some stuff to my partner and their cousin, and that was their other cousin, and they was trying to get them to confess, but you know, you saw how that ended. I looked at him, I went. First thing I thought of wasn't, oh, that bad, man. You should have called the police. You should have. I looked him dead in the eyes and went, why the fuck didn't you come to me first? That's literally why I've been telling you this entire time. You got a problem with something like that, you got one of those little monsters, little pathetic, little pieces of shit out there, you come to me. I'll whoop them so good, be like they never even existed. And that's to all you out there, too. I don't even care who's y'all listening. All y'all weird rapists and touchers and perverts and all that. I'll beat you down so hard your mama would think it's her ass crack. I swear, fuck. But anyway, that happened. And I'm talking with him. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. You know what? I think. He's like, what? I just think these people are just too damn divided. I just think everyone in this school and everyone in general, they're just too much on themselves. Point where stuff like this happens and it's only worrying about yourself. Like in this moment, I wasn't like, oh man, I could have been hit. No, I didn't give a fuck about me. I could literally go die and I could look at my dead body and go, whatever, I'll just come back later or some shit. I don't care. But what I do care about, though, is the fact that she had a problem and she didn't walk up to the biggest, tallest guy and go, hey, knock that guy out. And he did it. That's the problem. The problem was she didn't get some brass knuckles and do it. That's the problem. The problem wasn't, oh, uh, we're all divided. You know, we need to get together. No, it's not about presidents. It's not about Trump. It's about you. It's about you looking the problem in the eye and beating the shit out of it. Because that's how most problems are solved in America. Not all of them, of course. You know, like if you have like spousal problems, you know, maybe don't smack them. That's not the best idea. But like, you got a man who just raped your cousins, and you're gonna look him dead in the eyes, and he's gonna say he ain't done nothing on that. Then you beat that man until he can't breathe. You beat that man until he's like George Floyd, dead. That's what you do. Everyone do. As a human person, that's what you must do. Because if you let that filth into our community and into our neighborhoods and all that, you're gonna get filth. If you put the fleas on the dog, you're gonna get fleas. Dang nabbit. And that's what people do. That's why, hey, also, that thing about the death penalty, yeah, they do deserve death. Some of them do. I mean, not every single person in the world deserves it, but a lot of people do. Sorry about that rant. I'm very passionate on that subject. You know. Anyway, the rest of her class was very good, though. You know, I tried so hard to be in the plays. I literally tried to do that, but a problem would happen. Like, oh, they didn't tell me I needed to pack, or oh, I just forget the day. You know. So, I went to her shows though. I had a wonderful time there. It's great, the music and lights and all that, and the sets they build. Like literally, I was helping build the set, Beauty and the Beast. When I saw it, I built those stairs. Those stairs were white because of me, because those lazy bastards at Woodwork didn't fully go. They didn't go under. They didn't do the sides. No, it would have looked so shitty. But I saved it for the front row audience because I put paint under there, and I got on my back. I got a little bit of paint on my black shirt, white paint too. Anyway, she was really good. For the last class thing we did there, we watched Mamma Mia. I'm not into that, so I just put an album on in my ears, like a little cowboy album, you know, sitting there hearing about like cowboys and El Paso and all that, and big irons and cool clear water, and I'm having a good time. It eventually ends, and the teacher's like, you know, we have a couple of minutes. Let's have some fun with it. And guess what she did? She puts Just Dance on. I'm busting out Rasputin like I'm a motherfucking OG. You know, I'm like, rah, rah, Rasputin. And then she busts out uh, a pretty big banger. I would say in my mind. What was it again? It was the Backstreet Boys song. I think it was the one. God, I forgot. It was like it was one of the four guys sang a song and it sounded real good. And there's a just dance of it. That's pretty much it. Anyway, you are the light up. Anyway, so after that though, they did a final Michael Jackson one, and that one was pretty good. And finally, we ended it off of a pretty good note. Some snacks, you know, some hot chips, some waters, and a little bit of candy and all that. She was a good teacher. And the day before, she even had cake for us. That was the first time I ran. Anyway, that was good. But it's the stuff that happened in between that's good. Now, classes were alright. Nothing big happened. I had a math class. Some guys like yelled stuff every now and then, got kicked out. It was pretty simple, you know? A second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever. Everything was alright. But lunchtime, right? The group's still together before the breakup. We go to a bunch of people, right? Now there's this big group over there, a huge ass group. Like a lot of people. We go over there and we're just like five dudes, right? Like literally just five out of like 30 over there. I'm just interested because I know like three, four, five. I met most of the people over there, and I'm like, hey, can I bring my guys? I asked the boy Z. Z said yes, but apparently there's some girl there that just didn't like one girl. I don't know how an entire group of people can get swayed by one girl, but literally we were just right here, and they moved the entire group to the front of the old gym, and we're in front of like the other another gymnasium. There's like three. I don't know why, but that's like the workout gym. You know, I like weights in there and shit. And we felt a little bit insulted, you know. So they're like, "Hey, listen, how about we'll chill with you guys, but you gotta stand in this corner." And we're like, "All right, well, fine. You know, maybe we can still try. You know, I mean, like maybe like we're intimidated or something because there are some pretty big guys, big burly guys. So we stand in that corner, and here comes Z with tears in his eyes. You guys gotta go. She doesn't like you. And I look at him. I go, alright. And they were talking shit behind their back though. So to that bitch that day, I gotta say thanks a lot. Like I got home and I was sad. Like I know it's not like the oh hey like I'm crying and it's all this. No, I was like fucking on my bed just thinking like wow, what did I do? And I realized I didn't do anything. I was just being a normal person, trying to meet some new friends, trying to introduce my friends, and it was just some bitch that just didn't like us, I guess, you know, for whatever reason. And I was just talking shit behind her back, so fuck that bitch. If you were in that group and you didn't say anything or you followed her, fuck you too. I'm not gonna be your friend anymore, too. I haven't seen those guys in a long time, and I'm pretty sure they'll never see this video, but you got always make sure your bridges are burned. You don't want to keep too much good connections. And then later down the line, I remember this day completely. We had a sleepover, me and my boy Z. It wasn't Z or ZCH. It was a different Z, a neighborhood Z that I knew ever since I was a kid. I know a lot different Z's and B's and all that, but listen, this Z was a younger one, around 12. And I was always like older brother to him. Right now we're not on talking terms. Some stuff happened. That's all I'm gonna say. But back in the day, we were pretty good friends. And I remember that day. We were bored, so we went to the park. Me, Z, and the other Z. You know, the one from school. And to know the rest of the story, though, I gotta tell you about my boy Aaron. I'm just gonna say it. So A was pretty good. He's not the best person in the world. Like he's a little lazy, and you know he'll never text you, but he's all right. You know, like he's not like my number one friend. You know, I don't hang out with him the most. I have other people, and he has other people. You know, but like if I see him on the street, I'll say hi to him. If I see like a funny meme, I might send him. That's all our friendship really is, anyway. But that was before that. It was summertime, and of course, you know, we lived close to each other, so we all tried to hang out with each other. We go to the park. It's Highland Park, but we call it Night Park because it's close to Day Park. You know, that's the pun. We go to Night Park, and we're chilling there. Then his friend comes up. His friend, two kids, and a girl. She looked old, but she was 12. And when I found out she was 12, I immediately was like, oh, that's a 12-year-old. Alright, you know. Looked a little older, a little taller than usual, but yeah, that's 12. Then we start messing around. You know, we're doing songs, we're dancing, we're doing all that. We're messing around. I've been a good day. You know, we're doing all that. We're insulting each other, having a good time, doing basketball a little. All of a sudden, right out of the blue, Zane goes over there and plays basketball with the girl. Or Z goes over there and hangs out, plays basketball with the girl. And I'm over here playing football with A and the other Z, and it was the Z from school over there. The Z from home, the 14-year-old, he was 14. Z from my house, my next to my house was 14, and he was there. And then A, and then and then the three boys. The one big dude and the two kids. We were playing football, having a good time. Then the next day happens, and all of a sudden, A's rolling around saying a bunch of jokes. Like, oh yeah, you met Chris Hansen yet? Oh yeah, you had a chance to talk on the chair. And I'm like, huh, that's kind of silly, Like, I would get like one or two, but like, Jesus, he's really digging into him. So we're walking home, me, him, and the tall German dude from before, because they're best friends, I guess. And walk down, and I go, hey, listen, are they really not like that? Or like, was Zane really like that? And he said, quote, last night I was home walking with them. He walked home with them. I walked home with both the Z's. The 12-year-old girl looked me dead in the eyes and said Zane asked her for a number. Or Z. Fuck his name, I don't care. I'm still gonna say the initials though. So, Z asked her for a number. Or something like that. I look at him and I go, are you sure? 100%. Because this is serious. He goes, dead ass. And that ass was dead. Very dead. And that's when I made the list. I made that list and I added that at the end in big exclamation points. And that was the 13 reasons why. That was 15 reasons why. Anyway. And I was just, no. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I don't care how we met. I don't care all this. He threw me under the bus multiple times, and now this? I can't be friends with one of those fiends. Disgusting pervs like that. No. So, I text him. I go, listen. Because I'm a little bit scared, actually, because I had a sleepover over there with a 14-year-old boy. And this guy flirted with a 12-year-old girl. I was up all night. Not because I had like that sense, of like something's wrong's gonna happen. I literally just don't sleep. I have trouble sleeping and I need melatonin. I didn't bring my melatonin. So I'm literally just standing up all night. Watching TV. Everyone else is asleep. Z's over there sleeping. Z from home's all on the floor sleeping. His little brother's there sleeping. Z's little brother. His. And I just prayed to God he never did anything. Cause there was one sleepover before. It was his birthday and it was like a Halloween thing. I came as a pimp and we all got together, me, him, a couple friends, some people we knew from school, and we bought apples. We had a good time. There's cake, it's a little Halloween party, a little Halloween birthday party, I think. We I end the night by going home because I'm a little homesick. And there's a guy there I recognize, and he's kind of bringing back memories. So, bringing back memories is not the good way. That's saying you did some bad, stupid stuff. I did some stupid stuff, and I remember him from it. Because I remember I used to do stupid stuff with him. Anyway. That night, I left him, but Z had his father come home for that day. They were watching Spider-Man Across the Multiverse. I left while the spot was getting powered up. And I went home, ate a chicken enchilada, went to bed. And I pray to God nothing happened. That or any other night. Scares you a lot. Because you have to understand, children can't consent. They can't say no or yes. They literally can't. They don't know what that is. They don't know what anything is. I wish I didn't know what things were. I kind of wish I could go back in time and have one of those little childhoods where, you could go, oh, well, I didn't have nothing. I envy those people because they literally get to say, I did nothing. I just grew up. Yeah, I did that. I wish I could say I just grew up. That's what everyone wishes they could do. They just say they wish they just grew up. Nothing. No past, no nothing. But Unfortunately, we're all human, and humans make mistakes, and humans makes bad stuff, so we have to live as humans. Anyway, after that, I stopped hanging out with Z, and then I stopped hanging out with the other Z, and then ZH I was still cool with. I got that guy on PS4, and yeah, some the a lightning round. I met some other people in theater, and I met a friend or two there. The way I would do theater was that I walk in and there's people I knew, so I would say hi to them. I dab them up, and then I sit down, and then I just not talk to them for the rest of the period. I never understand why people do that. Uh, just talk, like I'll dab you up, I'll talk, I'll say a joke, then just act like nothing happened, like I'm not even on the same table as you, like we didn't just look at each other. Never got that, but after that, I met another person called O. I'll do more stories like that later down the line, because that's more of like a future thing. But we had some fun with O. That was great, you know. And yeah, I gotta say, uh, for this year, the way it ended pretty somber actually. It ended not somber, but it ended on like a I don't know how you would describe it. It's like a feather falling. Like last year's final was so good. Like I was a pimp. There's pizza and there's movies and games, and I was on my laptop because I'm lazy and watching YouTube, and it was so much fun. But this one, I walk in. Oh look, there's the pimp again. Oh, well, not again because there's freshmen and all that, but they looked. No one was really as excited as before, and that kind of bummed me out. That Halloween I went as Jesus too, but I went back as the pimp because you can't really cuss or do the things I like to do as Jesus. And I just kind of noticed that, like not a lot of people were asking for photos, not a lot of people were complimenting the suit, and I get like, people change and I do it more and often, but it's like the finals, right? Like last finals that happened, I was just getting swarmed. Well, I won the costume contest as the pimp, but now that I did this finals, though, everyone's just like, oh, hey, look, there's a pimp, and they just ignore it. And they was not doing that last year, so it kind of shocked me. Because I was trying to make people laugh again, trying to make them smile, doing jokes and all that. And I just found it being literally the loneliest day of high school. Like, I had days where there was, like, no people at school. It was just me. And I sat there and I played on my phone and I did nothing, just waiting for anyone to even look at me the right way so I could say something. But no, I just sat there and as a pimp, finally my boy came up, and I think another one came up, and I started having fun. But for that moment, it was so lonely. Like I was alone for basically the entire lunch period. Like I walked out of B Hall, I sat there by the gate, and I just waited, waited. Then near the end of lunch, finally people came up. I had a good time, but God, because you're expecting the people. You told people before. You made plans with everyone, and then you just sat there. I just sat there and I just waited for something. And yeah, finally a black guy complimented my outfit. I said thank you. Yeah. Only negative of that suit was one time I was walking down the street and there's a wheelchair guy. He's really racist, and I thought I saw him, so I was like, oh, I thought you're R. His name's R. I'm not gonna say his full name because I don't want to give him credit, but R. I went down the street. He looks at me and goes, "Oh, well, it's not really funny. Just like a neighbor, but with a different word, with a hard G and ER." I would whoop his ass if I heard that. But he said behind my back while I was over there, pretty far away. But this time in the pimp outfit, it was just alone. Just a feeling of I'm supposed to be having fun laughing and having fun like last time, but it's just not the same. Uh, you get that a lot in life, being alone. And don't worry if you're alone, ladies and gentlemen. Being alone's fine. Everyone's been alone. You just gotta take it on the chin. Anyway, but I do remember my finals. It was art. Art was fun in the beginning. We had Uno. It was me and the boys, or we called that boys. I remember in art, the beginning of art, it was so lonely. Like, I had two people in front of me. They said nothing to me. Like, they literally would talk to each other all classmates. I get nothing. I literally would draw. I would just draw. That's all I do. I just draw. And finally, I said something to the guy. It was just for my art piece. And he said, "Oh, you should do something like that." So I colored it away, and it came out good. Let me check the video. Oh, 30 minutes. Fuck. Alright, well, I'm gonna hurry up real quick. So, art class was fun. I had a friend here. A retarded small Asian girl right there. That's that's ASP, I guess you call them. They were fun. They're my best friend. Like, if I had to pick a friend, that's them. They had a boyfriend called Jay, and Jay, was like a bodybuilder, big kind of dude. He's a really good dude. Then I have my boy in front of me called Smelvin. I'm not gonna censor his name because it's just fucking funny. Smelvin. Smelvin was my friend. We hanged out. I met him because we were doing some scanning. He looked at me and went, "Well, it says barnacles." And I fucking love that reference. Then there was a quiet girl right next to me called M. M was cool. She didn't say much, but God, could she stack a deck of cards. We're playing Uno. As soon as someone loses, we just go, "Oop," and she's the only one who wasn't fast enough. We had fun. We always played Uno. I remember one time we were playing. They asked me, and they go, "Oh yeah, that's it. I'm gonna put my dick in your mouth." I look ASP in the face. I go, "Not. I've never walked up to a girl and have her say, 'Hey, you want to suck my dick?'" And I said that so loud the teacher cussed me out. Not cussed me, like friendly cussed me out. Yeah, that was fun. Oh, and I remember one time I was hanging out with my friends up in the stairs. We're not supposed to be up the stairs. There's like stairs up there. A lock is called. And we thought it was our boy M, who was a big, tall Chinese dude. But it was a security guard, so we ran all the way down to meet some other security guards. And we got escorted over there. God, it was so fun. We were going to duke them too, but they were too close. They had their little golf carts. They drive around in little golf carts because it's a big open face field. Yeah. So, yeah, and let's see, anything else I'm missing? Sorry, there's a lot that happened that year. It doesn't seem like a lot to me, but in this video, it's already like 30 minutes, so I need to fucking hurry up. I need to get everything out here. I'm just sitting through the memories like I'm so fucking grandma gushing out. And yeah, so I went to school. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Finals was sad. Very alone. The most loneliest year. School. I'm going to East High now, so I hope that everything will be a little better. I heard North was worse than East, though. I hope it's a little more open. Maybe a little bit more respectable. No more baby G's. I just want some. I just want some a little more respect. That's all I really want. I just want to walk into a classroom, have someone go, "Hey, look, it's that one guy." And I go, "Hey, how you doing?" That's all I want. Yeah. So I guess I'll have to tell you this senior ending after I end being a senior. So don't really hope on that until like the end of the year. As soon as summer hits, or well, I guess not really summer. This is my last summer, but as soon as I'm turn 18 and I'm out of school, I'll make a video, the final one, and I'll finish this series. For now, this is the third part. I've been your boy Bryston. Thank you for listening, and peace. Have a good one.